Hi guys, and welcome to the first Dream Team stream of the season. I hope you are all well. FPL is just hours away now. Hours. How excited are you, Graham?
I'm absolutely
On a
buzzing
scale
for
of
this
1 to
season.
10, how excited are you?
Well over 10, definitely a 10.5.
10 and a half. Yeah, no, to be fair, I'm pretty excited. I'm also a little bit terrified. Not gonna lie to you.
I agree with you on that front.
Yeah.
Definitely nervous.
Yeah, being a content creator definitely kind of adds a bit more pressure, doesn't it? Let's say.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Hopefully you guys can hear us all okay. Do have some music on in the background, hopefully separate, because I, had some music stuff going on last season. It was a little bit loud, so let me know if it needs to go up or down. And yeah, I think it's just massively exciting. I'm looking forward to getting into a Dream Team stream starting from the beginning of the season, because of course we did a beta test with this, didn't we, Graham, in
Yep.
Project Restart, and that was a lot of fun. It went really well. And yes, that was Nonna's kindly allowed us to use her team, I guess, to do this. So that's my nan. And you can check out how that went in earlier streams on my channel. And yeah, so she's letting us use her team basically to set up a team that we think will get the most points. So individual players that will make the dream team come the end of game week 1. So that is our aim today. We need to do it within the budget, obviously. However, we're not going to worry about transfers throughout the season. It's just going to be a lot of fun. Literally, whoever you think will do well this coming game week, and we're not worrying about it at all past this game week, just getting into it, choosing the best players we think. So we're not going to be taking on any blank game week players here, are we, Graham? There's no point. No need for it.
No, absolutely not. Need to just have some starting game week 1 players.
Starting game week 1 players, the best starting game week 1 players. Yes.
Very important.
Now, the thing we must say about the dream team is that it hardly ever ends up being the people you expect it to be, does it, Gray?
No, there's always people in there. You're like, how did they get in there? But
Yeah.
that's what makes it so difficult.
Yes, exactly. So we haven't had a massive success yet in the dream team department. Between myself, Graham, I think we had Serge from Planet Pod and Sam from FPL Family last season, and I think the highest we've ever got is choosing 2 correct players. So so as long as we can beat that, then we've made an improvement as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. That'll be brilliant. I'll just quickly say hello to a couple of people in the chat. Hi to Tips. Hi McTavius. Hey Jeff. Welcome Jeffers. Phil. A lot of regulars I see. Hope you're all good. Aqua. Hi guys. Yeah. I hope you're all excited for the season. So I guess we should start getting this dream team together. What do you think, Graham?
Yeah, let's get it together and let's hope that the group chat can help us as well.
Yes.
I think to begin with, Nim, it would be nice if we both get to pick a player and then go from there.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah, no, I think that's good. I always let whoever's on anyway choose, somebody. But yes,
Yeah.
I think that'd be good. One player each would be kind of cool. Oh, and guys, I am on the road to 4,000 subscribers, and I think I'm only about 30 something away now. So if you're watching and you haven't subscribed on the channel, please do subscribe. I'm here for the entertainment in FPL. Come along with me on my FPL journey. Fancy Football Focus is doing the same on his channel, so make sure you go and check him out there. And yeah, it's just about the fun really, and pick up some of my tips along the way, tips and tricks along the way for sure. But yes, please do sub if you haven't. Oh, we do have a new subscriber. Thank you, Aqua. Thank you for subscribing.
And, brilliant. Even closer to the 4K, Nim. You can do it.
Now.
You can do
this. Brilliant. Okay then, Graham, who's your first player for the dream team?
Oh, I've put myself on the spot here now, haven't I, Nim?
Have.
I think that for a 5.5, you can't really get much better than Saint Maxim with his reliability.
Yeah.
I think that he's going to start well. I like that he's got Fraser joining him, Wilson joining him. I just think he's proven his point. I think at 5.5, it starts us off on a low budget, so that's my choice, St. Maxim.
St. Maxim. You know, I got excited then when you said he's 5.5. I was like, he's going to say Saka. He's going to say Saka.
Or Soucek.
Is Soucek 5.5 or is he 5 mil?
No, he is 5, but I meant in terms of players you knew I liked.
Yes.
You'd expect me to say Soucek.
Because, of course, we can't add... Well, we're not sure if we can add Martinez into this.
Oh, no, don't. Oh, Martinez. I don't want him to leave. Really do not.
I know. Okay, then. Well, I'm going to go with a pretty big community pick, I think.
Ooh.
And I'm going to go for Timo Werner. You and I, we played the Bundesliga, didn't we?
Yes, we did. Yeah.
He was in our teams a fair few times, wasn't he?
Absolutely, getting goals,
reliable. Goals. Yes, so that is who I'm going to choose. That's my dream team player up front. So we've got St. Maxim and we've got Werner. So guys, let's start with a goalkeeper, I think, next. It's always a good place to start. And of course, we can't go for Popey because, you know, he's not playing in Game Week 1, so that would be useless. But who are we thinking? Of course, you know, we do have to stick to budget, but is there a goalkeeper? Get the answers in the chat, guys, that we think should be in the dream team next week. So it could be somebody random. I mean, because, you know, random penalty, VAR penalty or something, somebody ends up taking that. You know, they could end up being the top dream team scorer, couldn't they, really? So we've got a shout for McCarthy. Anyone else? Are we going to move away from the template at all, do we think? What do we think of Patricio for Game Week 1? So he had a good season. Ooh, RP's in the chat and he's saying Nyland. Do we think Nyland starts? Because I think I changed my backup keeper in my Game Week 1 video on my channel, guys, if you want to see what my team is. And I changed it to Steer because he got the nod against Arsenal in a pre-season friendly over Nyland. But then I have previous of picking bad Aston Villa backup keepers, as Graham will know, in Project Restart. I'm not sure I should really relive it, Graham. I mean, it was horrible, wasn't it?
No, move on. New season. Let's forget that. Positivity.
But I have no idea whether Nyland or Steer will actually end up starting for Aston Villa. And I guess it all depends on whether Martinez goes. But we could definitely stick one of them in the 4 mil spot. So, which one do you think, Graham?
I'll do the curse. Let's go Nyland.
Nyland. I mean, they're not playing Game Week 1, so it's not going to matter. He's our backup goalkeeper, so it won't matter anyway. So all good. So we've got a couple of shouts for Schmeichel, actually. A couple of people liking Schmeichel for the dream team. I don't mind that. We can pop him in and see how we get on with the rest of our team. Looks good. Cool. Okay then, defenders. I mean, what do we think? There's a big debate this season about Robertson or Trent. Well, Robson looks fit now. He played for England, so, you know, that's good. Obviously, they cost a lot, and we need to really think about who's going to end up getting us the most points this game week. So do we think Leeds can put anything past Liverpool? I mean, they haven't looked quite so solidly in defence, have they, Graham?
Liverpool not looking too good in defence?
Yeah,
shaky compared to normal.
Project Restart. I mean, it's hard to say whether they just kind of took their foot off the gas, really, you know, given that they pretty much won everything. And but yeah, they haven't. To me, they haven't looked quite so steady. So I'm a bit you
Have they
know.
lost? Have they lost that slight bit of hunger? I'm
Yeah.
wondering. I'll be keeping my eye on them, but what I've heard about Leeds, Nim, is they're quite a defensive team, and we're quite defensive in the
Mm,
Championship. So
true.
attacking wise, Liverpool might be fine to keep them out. But
Yes.
if Leeds sit back and do their defensive job, I mean, it's going to be tough against Mane, Salah, and the wing backs, Trent, Robertson getting forward. But I don't think Leeds will score. I think they'll still be safe. But if Liverpool come against a more attacking team, which they will, they'll probably get found out more.
Yeah. I think we should have at least one Liverpool defender in the dream team, though, shouldn't we? So, guys, get in the chat. I think it has to be an attacking one, just because we're I'm just thinking more Trent and Robbo can bring us attacking points, can't they, Gray? They're more like
Yeah,
midfielders. So I
definitely.
feel like we should go with one of those. So let's have a bit of a vote in the chat whether you think Trent or Robbo go. And myself and Graham will take a count up and we'll see which ones we think, how many we have for
And
that one.
so far, Trent in the lead. Trent is kicking Rob's butt. Trent. It's like 6-1 here.
It's looking good for Trent. Okay then. Sorry, Kian. It looks like you've been outvoted, buddy. Trent in then for now, and we can always come back if we need the extra cash, can't we? Okay then. So while we're in the defenders, are we going to go for another premium defender at the back? Do we fancy a Doherty or an Aspilicueta or a Digne? Any of those floating anybody's boats for the dream teams? Or do we stick with some of the 4.5, options? We really need to get this dream team here. So let's think about some of these defenders that could head the ball in, could cross the ball for somebody to head the ball in or finish off. So we really need to have a think about that. We've had a shout for Baldock from DJ. That's not a bad shout. I like that. Anyone else do we go premium, or should we put all our money up front and in midfield?
That is the question, guys. Let us know. What do you think? Big defender or sort of medium, small? What do we think? To add to our... Have we gone Trent? Have we put him in yet?
Yeah, Trent is in. He's in.
Okay.
He is good. He is in the team, my friends. He's in the team.
Cut out there for a minute. No, that's fine now.
Cool. Oh, we got a shout from McTavish on Teeny. I like that one. I do like that one. So, and then we're going to have the whole Salah, Aubameyang, Mane conversation as well, aren't we? Because I don't know if we're going to be able to fit both in this team. It'll be very interesting.
That's like the triple battle of the season, isn't it?
It is. It definitely is.
And then I think it's KDB versus Bruno.
Yes. Kian, we're only doing for this game week, buddy, so we're not any City today. It's not a season-long team, it's a game week team, so we don't need to worry about any blank players this game week. So, yeah. Okay, we've had a shout for Lewis. He's definitely one that I made a shout on in my videos. Somebody's been watching my videos. Like it. Thank you very much. Another shout for Egan. People still really liking Sheffield United defence then, Graham. I was a bit concerned about them, given the whole goalkeeper
how they
situation.
come out, during the lockdown play, how they come out. They didn't start well, did they?
Yeah.
And that, like, they got it together in the end a bit, but it makes you think, right, we're starting again, guys. How are you going to start? So it just gives you that worry. That's all it does.
For sure. So, okay then, guys, I'm going to make an exec decision. I want you to put in the chat whether you would like me to put Teeny in this team as our second kind of premium defender, or let's go Baldock. So Teeny or Baldock in the chat now. Votes a go. Votes a go. Let us know. Votes a go. Let us know. That rhymes. I like that. Okay, so we've got a couple. We've got one for Teeny or two for Teeny. Always level paying. All Baldock's pulled in front. Here's Baldock again. I think it's going to be a Baldock sweep. It looks like it. And it's Baldock in.
Yeah, Baldock is hammering this one, isn't he?
Yeah, okay. Baldock's won that one. Cool. Let's add to our midfield next, and let's go on to probably the biggest talking point for most FPL managers now, that Aubameyang is a midfielder this season. So again, it's just for this game week, and no worries, Keen, if you didn't know, don't worry, buddy. Just kind of letting people know in general. It's just a game week 1 team, so we don't need to worry about season long. Who do we think in game week 1 is going to score most out of Mane, Salah and Aubameyang? Because I don't know about you guys, I don't know if I want to double up. I know we can do if we've got enough cash, but at the same time, do we really think that 2 out of 3 of those are going to have the most points and get into the dream team this game week? You know, when we've got the likes of maybe Son and Ali playing, Soucek and Ziyech now, Pulisic back from injury. So we've got a lot to choose from in this midfield just for this game week. Just this game week, guys. So blank game week. KDB, unfortunately, is out this game week. So there's no point getting him in for us because it's just one game week team. So we got a couple on Mane. And there's loads of KDBs in the chat. Next week we can choose him. Come back to the dream team next week and we'll get KDB in for the game week. Oh, we got a couple of shouts for Salah. We had one for Alba. What are you thinking, Graham? So you've gone Salah-less, haven't you, at the moment?
I have indeed, yeah. I'm on Aubameyang at the moment.
Yeah.
I haven't changed him out of my team. I've changed a lot of players back and forth, but he's remained.
Yeah.
He looks very sharp pre-season, scoring goals. Now he's reclassified, more points. Just going to go with that. See how he goes.
Yeah, true. Well, I mean, we could put both in for now, maybe, and see how we go. But I've got a funny feeling we're going to be looking at this, and one, if not neither of them, will end up making the dream team. It's like, because it's never the people you expect it to be, is it? Like, let's be honest, it just never ends up being the ones you expect it to be. And do we think? Give me a shout on Salah versus Mane in the chat, people. I want to see those Mane Salah names in the chat for which one you want to go with.
I think Mane obviously definitely looks sharper, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. I think, like, people like me, I've gone Salah because he feels like the safe option.
Yeah.
And just his ownership is crazy big. So, like, if he does something, then, you know, you've got to hope that Mane, like, outscores him, really. Yeah, and it's just a whitewash more or less a whitewash in the chat as well. So, couple of Manes in there though, couple of Manes. I'm liking it. So yeah. Oh, guys, just to let you know, I do have a members thing you can join this season underneath. It's £1.99 a month. So you might have seen a couple of people in the chat who have little badges next to their names. You get some cool badges, you get some emojis to use. So maybe some of my members can use them now just to show off what you get. And I think I'm going to create a league just for my members area. and maybe I'll give some money to a charity or something of the person who wins that choice. Yeah, it's just to support the channel, you know. It's absolutely nothing else other than, you know, if you're enjoying my content and you'd like to help me out, then that's what the little join button is for, and you can have a bit of fun with the emojis and the badges. I think you're a member too, aren't you, Gray?
Yeah, exactly right. And it's all about community at the end of the day. And you know, just from Twitter, how great the FPL community is.
Yes, that is amazing. They've been so good to me recently. So cool. Okay. And guys, you know, you don't have to do that. I tell you what means just as much to me is a subscribe, because I'm on that road to 4K, and I would love to get there before the season starts for sure. Cool.
A subscribe or a predicted captain hit will do.
Yes. Right.
It'd be nice.
We just like to get a captain right in game week 1. Cool. Wilson. So are we adding Wilson to the dream team? What do people think? Let's have a yes or a no for a Wilson in game week 1. Do we think he's going to score more points than, say, a Mitrovic or an Ings or a Che or a Calvert-Lewin? He's a bit of an outside punt for some people, isn't he, Graham? Calvert-Lewin. I've seen him floating around in a few teams, and he could make the dream team, so it's interesting. I don't know if McTavish can tell us a little more about Batshuayi now joining Crystal Palace. Could he be a shout for a random outside punt for game week 1? Who else? Who else can we think of in the forwards front that might be a lot of fun? Oh, Vardy. We haven't even talked about Vardy. He could be massive game week 1, couldn't he, Graham?
I have to admit, he's in my team and he hasn't moved either.
Wow, you love a Vardy party, don't you? You love
I do indeed,
party.
Yep. I think he starts well. I think he's got good history against West Brom as well. I think he scored 4 goals against them in like 7 appearances. So hopefully he can carry on that goal scoring form against the Baggies.
Cool. So let's
Callum Charleston. So
hey,
true.
Hey Brett, welcome to the chat, buddy. We have some history with Wilson, don't we, buddy? Let's get him in for all time's sake, eh? Let's do it. Let's do it so that we can use the old GIF. Let's get him in. I mean, he'd have to go some to make the dream team, but it'll be interesting to see if he makes it, for sure.
We're spoilt for choice, though, aren't we? I mean, like, Palace have strengthened in midfield, so have Everton and Newcastle. So that makes all of their striking options like, or can I take my eye off of them? I like the looks of Batshuayi, Wilson, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin. And out of them 3, I can't really decide. It's so difficult.
Yeah, it's really tough, actually. I mean, I've kind of been on Mitro since like literally since the game opened. Him and Werner haven't really like left my team, and I think I'm a little bit nostalgic for the season before last, I think, and I had Mitro on my team then. He did a really good job for me at like quite a low price. It was kind of my Ings, if that makes sense. He just kind of ticked away most weeks at quite a nice price point. So he hasn't really left, and the headache I've got at the moment with my own team is that I've moved, so you can check out my Game Week 1 video, guys, on this channel, and you'll see my team there. I've moved to a 3-4-3, and at the moment I've got Mitrovic and Che Adams up front, and I'm kind of like thinking, should I go back to having 2 up front? Only simply because now I'm thinking, well, how do I move to United here? Do you know what I mean, Graham? Like, it's really difficult to think, where do I go from here next game week? You know, with it being a blank game week, because I was all set on my team before that blank game week came up. That blank game week threw me for 6. I don't know about you.
Yeah, massively, and it still is. And then you hear news about Fernandez's wife is pregnant. He's in Portugal. If he
Oh,
flies back, he could miss
interesting.
it. Greenwood, we're
Okay.
waiting for his COVID test as well.
Yeah.
So it just puts loads of doubts in there. When you had these little plans that you thought finally you're ready, they get scarpered. You just it's just brain ache. It really is.
Yeah, agreed. Somebody, Mustafa's asked Rashford or Martial. I do think that Rashford is due a good season, Mustafa. I think he will have a good one, but if I was edging to be a bit safer from Game Week 1, depending on, because he's obviously been to France, so I'm not sure what happened, been playing with France, I'm not sure what happens with him and the whole COVID thing, but depending on that, then I would probably edge more towards Martial, to start out with. But yeah, if I keep Son in the position I'm in at the moment with the 3-4-3, then my options are limited, and I would have to move to Greenwood or a Rashford in order to get United in for Game Week 2, because the 1 mil I have in my bank will not be enough for Bruno if he's back, Graham, which is sad. And I can get that money if I sell Saka, but I don't know if I can do that. I just don't know if I can do that. For the folks at home, do you think he'll start most weeks, Saka? Graham?
I do indeed. I think he's a great player. I think in the short period, the amount of assists he got, if you give him a longer period, how many assists is he going to get? He's been in Arteta's system quite a while now. And yeah, I favour him to get plenty of minutes.
Me too. I just don't see how he can get dropped out of that Arsenal team. He's been so good. And not only that, he can pretty much play most places, which I know people say that works against him as an FPL asset. But we've seen him now in several different positions for Arteta, and in most of those positions, he's still racking up points. So, yeah, I'm really, really reluctant to sell him, but I am also a bit like, can I really be spending 5-5 for somebody first on my bench? It's a difficult one.
Yeah, it's not easy. There's so many different avenues in budget categories. For each
Yes.
budget category, it's like a minefield.
Absolutely. We've got 62 viewers at the moment, people. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're all good. Hope you're all ready for the new season. And yeah, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And once you're done here, when we're all finished, make sure to pop over to Graham's channel, Fantasy Football Focus. Well, give him a subscribe too. But yes, we should get back to the dream team. We've got Wilson in. And I think we might want to start filling out our defence now with some cheapy options. So we're going to go with, let's get Mitchell in at 4 million. Is it, Graham? Because, he's
the one that's
Crystal Palace.
He's not the one that's injured, is it? Ferguson's the one that's injured for Palace.
The one that's injured, yeah. I mean, Mitchell's on thin ice. I'm sure Mig will recorrect us, but he's on thin ice because PVA is almost back from injured, or will be back from injury very soon. Oh, we've a new subscriber. I missed who that was. Somebody pop it in the chat for me, but thank you very much. Thanks for subscribing. Yep. So, X-Freshie, you should be able to see my prize league code on screen, buddy, in the bottom left. I think it's the bottom left. Bottom right, bottom left.
When you're on camera, it's always trying to work out how the way the screen's facing, where everything is.
Yeah, exactly. And I'll also pop some stuff up as well. And we've got another new one. Thank you, Simon. Thank you very much for the subscribe, buddy.
Brilliant, everyone. Get subscribing. I bet the percentage is low on who actually subscribes when you got 60 people in the chat. Help Nim get to 4K. Come on, you can do it, people.
Yeah, I'm just updating now to see where I'm at on that.
That'd be interesting to see.
Oh, 25 away now. 25 away from the big 4K.
So close.
Can I get there before the start of the season? Only a couple of hours to go.
Tick-tock, tick-tock.
Cool. Okay. So, shall we get some 4.5 defenders in? I think that's probably another good place to go. So, who wants to chuck me some 4.5 defender options in the chat, please, guys? Just for this game week, though, remember, just whoever you think might get the most points. So we probably want some attacking defenders, really, ideally, or somebody who's going to be able to provide some attacking returns so that we can get some assists from our defenders. I think probably end up going a 3-5-2 or a 3-4-3, I think, probably with this formation. So we only really need one more player that we think. What do we think on... Yes, I was just going to say that, guys, in the chat. KWP. I think we should maybe go for him, seeing as we've gone Schmeichel as the goalkeeper. What do you think, Graham?
I think, yeah, that's good. He is attacking, isn't he? Was
Yeah.
at Tottenham. Tottenham didn't really want him, sold him. And I think he's got a bit of potential, more of a starter for Southampton. And if he's attacking, great option at 4.5, I think.
Definitely. I love that shout in the chat. Well done, guys. Perfect. I mean, for me, I'm doubling up at the moment. I've got Walker Peters and McCarthy. Not sure about that. A little bit worried about that. So I'm a bit... but yeah, no, I love it for this particular one if we're going Schmeichel in defence for sure. So yeah, cool. Right. We could do with... We don't have a whole lot of cash left here now. So we need to be a bit savvy. A bit savvy. We might have to get rid of one of Aubameyang or Salah. We might have to.
Oh, now that would be a vote in the chat, wouldn't it?
Oh, it would be. It would be. We've got Vinegri, Lewis, Taylor, FPL Nerd. Welcome, buddy, to the chat. Thank you for the fabulous options. Do go over and check out FPL Nerd on Twitter, people. Who else have we got? So, Ailing. And I'm not sure. Yeah, so Mig is confirming Mitchell 4 mil, so that's good. We leave him where he is then. I quite like Ailing, you know, as a shout, but I think, do you know what? If we're going to play 3 at the back and it's only a game, like one game week, should we just go another 4 mil, Graham? Because, I mean, this is the dream team. So, you know.
It would be nice to get off to a good start with it, wouldn't it? Having not seen any real form, because obviously we've not seen anyone play. So this is probably going to be one of the toughest dream teams of the season.
Yes, I agree. It's always hardest first thing, you know, the first game week back almost. I very rarely start well with my own team just because there's like so much choice. I tend to do better towards like the end of the season, really. Cool. So what do we think, guys? Are we good with another 4 mil and going 3 at the back with Trent, Baldock and Walker Peters? Give me a yes or a no in the chat and we'll go from there. I think that's the best place to start.
You could get that Brampthwaite from Everton. I think he's 4.0.
Yeah. Cool. Got plenty of yeses in the chat.
Yeah, lots of yeses.
Defenders. 4 million. Mr. Braithwaite, welcome to the team. Cool.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, most people saying the 4.0 at the back, so it gives us more spending money in the midfield.
Yeah. So we've got 19.5 left to spend across 3 players. That's not a lot. So, are we thinking we'd like to go with a 3-4-3 or a 3-5-2? Any preferences on what you think the dream team will end up being at the start of the season? Hi DJ, welcome to the chat. It's just this Dream Team stream is just for this game week, so KDB doesn't play this game week, unfortunately, so we can't have him in our teams. Okay, so we've got Rajat says 352 in his opinion. So we've got a couple. Dennis 352. Oh, it's fairly mixed, Graham. It's fairly mixed.
It is. It's because it's so difficult this season with the strikers and the midfielders. There's more premiums in that midfield now. It's making it tougher.
Agreed. Yeah. So we've got a couple of shouts for Sunny, which he's in mine at the minute. I like that as a shout. An outside punt I've seen in a couple of teams is Ali, actually, because he had quite a good pre-season. So
On Amazon Prime, you mean?
oh yes, sorry, yeah, that might have been the Amazon Prime thing as well that people see. Yeah. So Ali and Sushek is a shout we've had from Simon. Thank you. Franco has got Ali in his team, says worth a punt. You know what? I think it's something a bit different, and that is what the Dream Team is all about, isn't it? It's about having some differential picks. So I quite like the Ali pick. What do you think for something different, Graham? What are your thoughts?
Because that, like you said, it is exactly what the Dream Team's about, and there's always people in there we don't expect. So, in regards in that way, yeah, absolutely. Someone like Ali, he's capable of scoring. Mourinho loves him, doesn't he? Really?
Yeah, agreed. So, so we've got 6 something for a forward and a 4.55 something for a midfielder, or we can go the other way around, 6 something for a midfielder and somebody much cheaper as a forward. So, what do we think?
What do we think,
Dennis
guys,
says
in
go
the chat?
4.5 up front and spend the rest in midfield. Yeah, we could do that. Oh my gosh, Daniel, thank you so much for the super chat, buddy. Thank you. Thoughts on Barnes midfield and Davies in defence? So with Barnes, I think, I've not seen the presses yet today, but I've not seen anything that should suggest that he isn't starting. Slightly cheaper way into that Leicester team. What do you think, Graham?
Yeah, I like Barnes in midfield. I think he's very attacking. I think he's shown that, and I think he's definitely a starter under Rodgers.
Yeah.
Davies, from what I've heard in the community, is he's a starter for Tottenham as well. But I'm not 100% sure. It's just what I've sort of been seeing, and how poisonous Twitter can be at times. I don't know if anyone out there knows more on Davies, but Harvey Barnes, absolutely.
Yeah, so he's 7 million. He's a fairly nice price point. Let's have a look at who else is in that 7 mil category in midfield. But for game week 1, I don't think, that's a bad shout, to be honest. And what I like about it is that it's kind of different. So we've got Mount, obviously, 7 million, who'll be playing. Traore, 6.5 million. And then you've got the whole Perez thing, as well with Barnes, like Barnes, Perez.
Yeah.
Difficult, that one.
That new player for Palace as well, unknown Eze, looks really good player, but unknown as well. I think he's 6 million.
Yeah, at Migtavius is a big advocate of Eze for sure. And of course Zaha 7 million. We know what Zaha can be like, and if Batshuayi starts game week 1, he could definitely be like, one to kind of, because that is going to give Zaha a focal point, isn't it, to cross those balls to and run into the box for and stuff like that. So he could end up being a little bit of a sneaky pick as well at 7.5. So 7 million, sorry. So yeah, that's another shout. But like both myself and Graham are like, it's okay. I don't mind the Barnes shout at all, really. You know, especially if you don't want to go cheaper and invest somewhere else. If 7 mil, if you've got an idea there, Daniel, where you want to go with that 7 mil after this game week or in a couple of game weeks' time, then I don't mind Barnes for that shout. And I think Graham's the same on that one. And Davies, yeah, I think he's pretty much a starter as well for Spurs. And I don't mind. I mean, the thing that slightly worries me about Spurs is that with the changes that they've had now and with having Doherty in the team, how will they be really solid from the off is my only concern. Or will it take a bit of time for them to get gelled together, and will they be good with
transition
yeah,
from
the
play.
transition, when Doherty bombs forward, is there going to be somebody there to help like solidify that defense? So that's my only slight kind of worry with that. Jason King, thank you for the subscribe. Welcome to the Nim fam. We can't be too far away now from the 4K. I will just have another...
Yeah, getting ever closer, isn't it? Had quite a few during this. That's good.
Yeah, for sure. While that's loading,
I think in pre-season as well, Zaha's got a few goals. He's looked really lively as well.
Yeah, so I don't mind Mount, Barnes, Zaha, all those at that 7 mil price. I don't think you could go wrong, Daniel. And I am on 3,982 at the moment, so not too far away from that 4K.
No, ever closer.
Ever closer. Nearly there. Okay, so most requests I think in the chat were to go 4.5 up top. And I've heard this from a few people in the community. They're saying go with Wickham as your 4.5. Although what worries me is that I'm hearing this more often than not, which is making me think about it a little bit more. Is the reason they're saying it is because he's so lonely owned that because he's injured, should you have him in your teams as your 4.5 option, the likelihood is that he won't drop in price. So the worry with Davis or Brewster is that people will choose them as their 4.5 option, and then when they don't play, people will panic and they will sell, and there's every possibility you can lose some cash on your 4.5 option. So that is the reason why a lot of people are going, for a Wickham, for instance, because he's 2.1% owned. So, that's hardly anybody to sell him in order for him to drop in price, really. Although I'm not sure if McDavis can give us a bit of an idea with that when Wickham is possibly due back, whether or not he's now lost his place to to somebody else with Batshuayi coming in, or whether he could end up playing up front with them. Obviously Ayew is there, so yeah, there's a lot to think about there. Wow, 91 people watching. Welcome everybody. Hope you're all ready for FPL tomorrow. It's nearly here. Oh my god, I can't believe it. Got so close already. 7 million then. Spence, we have exactly what Daniel had in that midfield spot of 7 million. Get some names in the chat then, guys, of who you think we should put in this spot. Let me know what you think. That's more than I thought, actually, Graham. When we first started out, I did think we would struggle, what with having Aubameyang, Salah and Ali in midfield there, and Trent. So actually, we're doing all right. Oh, we've got a shout for Pereira from Grekler. That's a cool shout. I like that one. That's like an out there one that I've seen a fair few times in the community. Of course, yeah, we could go with Daniel's option of Barnes, or even, yeah, another Pereira in the chat, liking this. 8 Facts says, Game Week 2, I have 1 million in the bank. Shall I go Mane and Son out, De Bruyne and Bruno Fernandes in, Or shall I go Mane and Fraser out to De Bruyne and Greenwood in? I think we're not sure on Greenwood yet, so
No, we're not sure on both from what I've heard.
Yeah, so I would maybe hold that one out. At least you have options. That is the main thing. Either way, you know. Oh, Kev Mack in the chat with Lord Lundstrom coming in from nowhere, liking that
The Lord
shout.
is back. The Lord returns.
How much is he this season? It's really bad that I haven't actually checked. I have no
how much
idea.
Is he?
I have no idea. I know he's been moved back to midfield, but I've gone Southampton. That's the wrong red.
Is he 5.5? I don't know how much he is.
He is 5.5. So
yeah,
that would leave us some cash in the bank. That would, for sure.
Sorry, Nim.
No, you go.
There's the Vinagre debate, isn't there? Everyone had him in their first drafts, like, oh, nice cheap option into the Wolves fence, and then back and forth. Is he going to start? Is he not? Because Wolves kept buying defenders, didn't they?
They did.
And then it's like, is Vinagre leaving? Is he staying? And now no one knows. Is he going to start? But if he does at 4.5, it would be a nice start to Gameweek 1.
Agreed. Yeah, for sure. I mean, me personally, I'd have Saka in here. But, you know... or Willian, you know, either one. But that's complete Arsenal bias on my part.
Yeah, that's the Arsenal thing coming in there.
Yeah, that is. Okay, guys. So I'm loving the punt on Lundstrom or Pereira. So I think let's go and vote on one of those two, please, in the chat. For this last midfield spot, do you guys want to see Pereira in the dream team, or do you want to see Lord Lundstrom in the dream team? Get voting.
The return
now.
of the Lord.
The return of the Lord. Oh, Pereira's taking an early lead. He's taking an early lead. Loving this.
I think that Pereira looked good. I see a few clips, but Premier League is a different level. See how West Brom do. But Pereira is getting a lot of love here. Pereira.
Wow. Wowzers. Pereira it is. It looks like he's going to win. Do you know, it's still fairly mixed, though. It's still fairly
there's a few
mixed.
Lords fighting back.
Yes, Freshie, I'm with you on the Saka shout. We've got Calvert-Lewin up front. Yeah.
That is a mixed bag.
That is a mixed bag. Wow, I'm not even sure how many that is. That would take some time to count up. I think I've seen more Pereiras than I've seen Lords. So let's do it. Let's give the new boy a shout.
Yeah, give him a shot.
Give him a shot in the
Brazilian,
dream
isn't he? Brazilian midfielder.
Yep. Cool. So that's going to leave us some cash in the bank. So now we can think about our we can have a little think a bit more here about what setup we want to do. So we could invest that 1 million in the back and go a 4-4-2. Or, of course, we could do a Wickham out, but at 5.5. I'm not sure we have many options in the forward position, do we? Let's have a look. I mean,
doesn't sound promising.
Wow. Yeah, I think we're probably gonna have to move to a 4-4-2, people, if we want to use that million. That is, I mean, we don't have to. We could just leave it there for future use. It's, you know, it's not a problem. But we could get a Mitchell up to a 5 mil defender if we fancy it. So 3-5-2 we're getting a shout for. Cool. Okay, so who would we like to move? I mean, who do we... The thing is, yeah, we could just keep the money in the bank, really, and play 3-5-2. We don't have to spend it. or we could have a bit of a punt on somebody, because it doesn't matter, because this is going to be an every week team and we'll be starting afresh every week. We could just go for a 5 mil option, and we'll leave Walker Peters or whoever it is we choose today first on the bench, and we'll just see if they make it into the dream team. I think that could be fun. Hey, Graham?
Sorry, Nim, I just missed that because I'm actually getting the team up on my screen so I can have an eye on it.
No worries. I was just saying, if we put that 1 million into Mitchell, for instance, or Braithwaite, and make it a 5 mil option, we can pop that person first on the bench, and we'll see if they actually make it into the dream team next week, just for a bit of fun. I think that could be quite cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Why not?
So what 5 mil defenders do we have at the moment?
Let's have a look.
So we probably don't want to double up on chef defense. So wow, again, options quite slim. Dunk, Cody maybe. Sice. What do we think on Sice, people?
The strange thing about Sice is that he's sort of disappeared from what people like, and I don't see why. I think he should be an option.
Yeah. Coleman in the chat. It's okay. We seen, buddy. We seen. Coleman. Yeah, he's a possible shout. We could go with Coleman. He's 5 million. He is. So guys, Coleman in the chat for art. What do we think? Yes or no? Or Saiz. Do we have a preference? Or Davies, Tottenham?
Oh.
I thought Art might say Coleman somehow. Jez just said Coleman isn't guaranteed to start. Oh, good shout, buddy. Okay.
That's him out of the equation then.
Yeah. So we're edging more towards Dyer then, or is Davies? Let's have a look. Spurs. Tottenham.
Doesn't Dyer take the odd free kick?
I think so. Yeah, he could be a shout. Or Davies is the same price, of course. He's got the whole wing potential thing. So
there's an awful lot of Davies in the chat.
Davies. Okay, Davies it is then, people. Davies it is. Cool. So we have our team filled up. Let's lock it in. Oh, we got to give it it's got to be an honours dream team.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we do the captaincy as well for fun, don't we, Nim?
Yes, we do indeed.
Because that's a good omen. You've done pretty well with that.
Cool. Okay. Oh, we don't want to be starting Nyland, do we, over Schmeichel? Hang on. Little tinkering to go here. Second. And we are going to leave Davies first on bench. We're going to put Pereira in, because we're paying a 3-5-2. So save that. And yes, captaincy then, people. What do we think on captaincy armband? Alba, we've got a couple of Albas. Love it. Salah, good shout. Oh, it's looking very much like a Aubameyang. The thing we like to do here, though, with the dream team, people, is that we're trying not to necessarily go with the obvious. We don't want to because with the dream team, even though there's going to be loads of people captaining Aubameyang, loads of people captaining Salah, we like to try and do something different. It's not about getting overall points here. We're not competing in the rankings or anything like that. What we're trying to do, the aim of the stream, is to get as many of these players that we possibly can into the dream team for this game week. So I think let's just have fun with it. let's not do Aubameyang or Salah. I'm gonna ban them for captaincy. Let's do that. Wow, 100 people watching the stream right now. Thank you so
Fantastic.
much. Wow, it's amazing.
Brilliant.
Please do like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. Thank you so much for your support. And yes, I think we should just have fun with it. Oh, we could go Wilson Franco. That's an amazing shout. That would be hilarious. How many people?
Wilson!
Yeah, just be hilarious, wouldn't it? Really, it just feels like it's gotta be Wilson. It'd be hilarious. Although, a couple of shouts for Trent. That's not a bad shout either. Could be a lot of fun. I do like the idea of Wilson though. What do you think, Graham?
Yeah, why not? Have a bit of fun. First game week back, go for it.
Let's go for it. Nonna's dream team. Wilson it is. We can vice captain Trent if you like. Well, actually, we've. Wow, McDavius in with the super chat on Wilson. Love it. Thank you so much, buddy. Thank you.
Class.
Definite captain pick then. But yes. Super chat rules. Okay, so Werner vice captain then for most of the people who gave him a shout as captain. You know, just in case Wilson ends up not playing. Yeah, don't think that's gonna happen. I do like the shout though, Matt D of ASM. That could be a cool shout as a different captaincy choice for sure. Okay, bear with me here. I'm just gonna show you guys my information on my codes. So I am running 2 leagues this season, and you should hopefully see them both on the screen now. The NIMS All-Star League is just my normal free code for my league, and you should also see it along the bottom of the stream, and it'll be in the description below as well. And you have this really cool chance of winning this holo gear jacket and this holo gear ball that is holographic. It's so amazing, and £25 in cash, and it's free to enter, so do make sure you get into that league. And then my second one is a private league. It's a match day league run by Jeffers at Austin66 UK on Twitter. And that's more of a Formula One style league. You don't really have to do anything. It's free to enter. Jeffers is going to do all the points and all that sort of stuff, and he'll keep us all up to date. And yes, you can make sure to join up, and whoever wins that one at the end of the season. Oh, we've got a new member. Wow. Welcome, Daniel. Welcome to the NIM. Thank you for joining the members. And yes, so whoever wins the match day league, and thanks for subscribing too, buddy. Thank you. Yes, so I've lost my trail of thought now.
Thrown you off.
An Oxford watch, Buy a Veil watches is up for grabs with that one for whoever wins that at the end of the season. And you'll have to message me on Twitter or Instagram for that code, because we need to get you into a group chat so that we can get all of your like ID and stuff like that, so that we know who you are, so we can keep an eye on the points and stuff like that. So yes, you'll have to head on over to Twitter or Instagram there to get the code off of me, but do make sure you do that because it'll be a lot of fun. And yes, if you want to be part of the members like Daniel, I will add you into a members league, and I'll give away a bit of money there to charity for whoever wins that. Whoever they want the money to go to, charity choice, I think will be a fun one for that one. But that's the admin for the stream. I will go back so you guys can see the dream team, Nonna's dream team for game week 1. Graham, how are you feeling? Do you feel all set on your team?
I actually kind of like the Greenwood and Fernandez doubts, because I was so worried about having to get them in game week 2. So I kind of hope that they're a doubt now, so that I can just go with the other guys that are the big options, and it'll make me a bit more relaxed.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, but I'm very excited for this season. Can't wait, and hopefully can rank better, and hopefully you do too, Nim.
Yes, yeah, I'm hoping so. Thank you, Dan, also for subscribing. Buddy, it's very much appreciated. I'm not sure where I am on the whole road to 4K now. I'm just updating.
Oh yeah, let's see.
Having
Let's
a
see.
look. Oh,
Ever closer. Don't forget, guys, subscribe to this channel. Help Nim get 4K. Come on, we can do it.
15 away now. 15 away.
Wow, so
Yes,
close.
so close to doing it before the start
If
of the
you're
season.
watching, red subscribe button, hit it now. Hit it now. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Few subscribes coming in there. Awesome.
Brilliant. Thank you all so much. So yeah, this is our dream team then for Gameweek 1 2021 season. And I will be back with Graham most likely next week to let you all know how we got on, how Nona's dream team did, and let you know how many of these actually made the dream team. Remember, the score we have to beat is 2. I mean, come on, we can do that, can't we? Surely, with this team. Game week 1, we need to start off the season with a bang. We need at least 3 of these players in the dream team. Surely we have to. Surely we have to. Thank you, Mecca, for subscribing. Much appreciated. And yeah, I'm very grateful to you all for joining me today. I'll wrap up the stream now so you guys can get back to tinkering with your teams. Really excited to get going. Please don't forget to head on over to Graham's channel. Like and subscribe there, because he's an up and coming creator and we like to support people here in the community. And you know, he does some live streams and covers your game weeks. And you got the captaincy streak series this season, Graham, is that right?
Yeah, captaincy streak will be going on after the game week to see if I'm getting them streaks. So captains in a row. Hopefully I can. I think I had it as they have to score over 14 points. So
Wow.
hopefully can do that each game week, but it's a challenge.
That's quite some threshold, buddy, you're giving yourself there.
It is indeed.
It is indeed. But it's a lot of fun. I love that idea, actually, of you having to try and hit a streak of captains in a row. So it'll be good to see if you can do it. No pressure on yourself, though. No pressure whatsoever.
not much.
For sure. Okay then, guys. Well, thank you so much. I will be back, I think Thursday next week, around a similar sort of time, 3-4ish, and we'll let you know how we got on with the dream team. Yes, please do like and subscribe, and you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram to know exactly when I'm going live, and I will catch you all later. So bye, Graham.
Bye.
It's a bye from me and it's a bye from Graham. Bye,
Good luck,
guys. Nympria out.